Question number 1. Mr. Ortiz used similar triangles to make a design. Which statement about the triangles in the design must be true? So we're looking at what is true about similar shapes. They are the same size and shape. Same size. No. We know that similar shapes are different sizes. They are the same size but different shapes. No. They have corresponding angles that are congruent. That is true. They have corresponding sides that are congruent. Congruent means equal. So no, because that would mean they were the same size. So the answer for number 1 is C. Question number 2. Which proportion must be true for these figures? For this one, I would have looked at the relationships and used color or markings. So we have JK would go with PQ. So I'm going to find JK and PQ. And then I'm going to do KL goes with QR. So KL goes with QR. Then I have LM goes with RS. So LM goes with RS, which leaves my last sides to be JM and SP. So now that I have this visual representation, now I can look at my answer choices. F, I've got QR to QP. QR is blue, QP is red, JK is red, and LM is green. Does that have a correct pattern? No. G, QR, which is blue, to KL, which is blue, and then RS, which is green, to JK, which is red. Does that have a pattern? No. H, QR, which is blue, to MJ, which is yellow, to PQ, which is red, and LM, which is green. Does that follow a pattern? No. J, we have QR, which is blue, KL, which is blue, PS, which is yellow, and JM, which is yellow. Does that one have a pattern? Yes. So the answer here has to be J. If you took the time to show your colors, that one comes out pretty easy. All right, we're going to do this one very similar. We have QR, which is here. And we have QT, which is there. Then we have RS, which is here, compared to TV, which is there. And then the bottom side we have QS, so the first and last, and then QV right there. So now I'm going to color code my answer choices. TV is blue, RS is blue, TQ is red, and RQ is red. So this one is a maybe. Answer B, we have TQ is red, VQ is green, TV is blue, and TR is red. Also, TR isn't even the long, that's not even the whole side. So that one's going to be a no. C, we've got VQ, which is green, SQ, which is green, and then RQ, which is red, and RS, which is blue. So that one broke the pattern. And then for D, we have TV is blue, VQ is green, RS is blue, but then RQ is red. So that one broke the pattern. So the only one that it can be here is A. All right, for this one, we're solving for X. So I'm going to go ahead and start by circling my X. and circling X's buddy 15. Now I need to pick another side. I see a decimal that I'd like to avoid if I can. So the decimal's partner goes between G and F, which is G and F. So over here, that's B and A. So I don't want to use that one. So what I'm left with is 12 and 18. Now I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to set up my proportion so that it's 12 over 15 is equal to 18 over X. I'm going to cross multiply. 18 times 15. 18 times 15. That's 40. 9, put a 0, 8, 1, 17, 2. So that's 270. Then I have to divide by 12. So 270 divided by 12. That would be 2, 24, 3, 0, 2 again. Now here's where I'm going to use my answer choices to help me out. I see that I have a 30, 10.8, 8, and 22.5. I don't even have to keep going. I'm confident in my math. I know that none of the other answers come close to 22, so it has to be F. Now let's think logically about the problem. We know that this side, the blue side, is the shortest, so GF is the shortest. That lets us eliminate G and H because those are shorter than 13.5. And we're looking for something that's not. Then we've got 12 and 18 should be in the middle, and this one should be our longest side. So we need a number bigger than 13.5 and 18, which again, we can eliminate 8 and 10.8. So again, that just verifies that F is my answer. For number 5, the distance between two cities on a map is 3.5 centimeters. The map uses a scale in which 1 centimeter represents 20 kilometers. What is the actual distance between these two cities in kilometers? All right, I saw scale, so I'm going to underline, circle, highlight 1 centimeter represents 2 kilometers because I know that that's my key here. And I'm going to go ahead and write it. 1 centimeter represents 20 kilometers. Now there's a third number in the problem, 3.5 centimeters. Centimeters goes on top or bottom. Which one? Centimeters was on top, so I'm going to put 3.5 centimeters there over X. Now I can cross multiply and divide. 20 times 3.5. I'm going to put 3.5 and then 20. Hang the 0 off. And then 1 decimal place. 70. Now, the last step is to divide by 1. Do I have to actually divide by 1? No, because anything divided by 1 is itself, which means 70 is the answer here. All right, here's another scale one. Anna drew a map of the Panama Canal. In the scale Anna used for the map, 4 centimeters represents 20 kilometers. The actual length of the Panama Canal is 82 kilometers. What is the length in centimeters of the Panama Canal on Anna's map? So again, I see that scale, so I'm going to start there. 4 centimeters represents 20 kilometers, and I'm going to go ahead and write that. 4 centimeters represents 20 kilometers. And then there's a third number. The third number is 82 kilometers. Remember that kilometers has to go next to kilometers. So I'm going to put 82 km on the bottom. Now here I'm going to cross multiply 4 times 82. 82 times 4. and that's 8 and 32, and then divide by 20. 328 divided by 20. That goes in once. 218. And then 6 would be 120. And again, here's where I can stop and look at my answer choices. I only have 2 choices that have a 1/6. Also, let's look at our choice. 20 times 4-ish is about, 20 times 4 is 80. So just using estimation, this is about times 4-ish, not exact. So I'm looking for something that's close to times 4, so something close to 16. Not exactly 16, close to 16. So that eliminates 162 and 410 because both of those answers are way too big. And now since I have a 1 and a 6 to start out, I know my answer is going to have to be H here. Number 7 is another find the missing piece. I'm going to go ahead and start by labeling or identifying that 12 goes with 30 and 16 is going to go with this missing piece. For the missing piece, I'm going to call it X. Then I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to set it up as 12 over 16 equals 30 over X. Now I cross multiply. 16 times 30. 16 times 30. That's 480. And then I'm going to do 480 divided by 12. And that's going to be 4D. So A, logically saying this 16 is bigger than 12. So I need something bigger than 30. So this side has to be bigger than 30. So that eliminates answer choice D. Question 8. Corbin made a scale model of the San Jacinto Monument. The monument has an actual height of 604 feet. Corbin's model used a scale in which 1 inch represents 100 feet. What is the height in inches of Corbin's model? Again, we have a scale. So I'm going to start with highlighting my scale. 1 inch represents 100 feet. And I'm going to go ahead and set that up. 1 inch represents 100 feet. And then the third number in my problem is that there's 604 feet in the actual monument. And I put feet on bottom, so I'm going to put 604 feet on bottom and X on top. Now, my first step would be to cross multiply. Multiplying by 1, we don't really need to do it because it would be 604. 604, and then we're going to divide by 100. Remember, when you divide by powers of 10, if 600 divided by 100 is 6, I know my answer needs to be close to 6. So 100 goes into 604 6 times. That would be 600. Bring down the 4, add a decimal and a 0. Bring down the 0. Can 100 go into 40? No. So I bring my decimal up and put a 0 there. I add another 0, bring it down. Can 100 go into 400? Yes, 4 times. So the answer here is 6.04. 6.04, because when we divide by 100, we take the decimal and move it 2 spaces to the left. All right, for question 9, the 2 right triangles below are similar. What is X, the missing side length? So I'm going to identify my X with a red circle, and I'm going to identify its buddy as 13. Now, there's only one other number on this triangle, and its buddy, its corresponding side, is 12. So now I need to set up my proportion. Now I can set up my proportion. I'm going to set it up exactly as it looks. 13 over 12 equals x over 9. Now, 13 is larger than 12, so x needs to be larger than 9. Looking at my answer choices, I can already eliminate A because it is not larger than 9. So I'm going to do 13 times 9. 13 times 9 is 111. Or I'm sorry, 117. 117 divided by 12 is 9 would be 18. 108 subtract. That would be 9. Decimal. Bring down a 0. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop because if I know the first digit is 9, there is only one answer choice. I'm going to keep working it out, but I'm going to let this answer choice be my guide in my division. So I need something times 12 that's close to 90. The answer choice says 7. Let's try 7. That'd be 14. That'd be 84. Yep, that worked. And then it's 6 with a 0. And I know that 5 times 12 is 60. And 9.75 is indeed my answer. So B here. All right, question 10 is an equation. So we've got negative 3x minus 14 equals 16. First, I need to identify my variable. Here is my variable. I do not want to mess with this first. I'm looking at this right here. That is a minus 14. The opposite of minus 14 is to plus 14 on both sides, which leaves me with 30 over here, 0 right there, and negative 3x on the left, equals. This is multiplying, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. 30 divided by negative 3 is negative 10. 30 divided by 3 is positive 10. So 30 divided by negative 3 should be negative 10. G is my answer here. Last question. John says that the number y, we're writing an equation. I'm going to go ahead and write it as I read it. The number y is equal to 5 more than 15 times x. When I see that more than, I know that's plus 5. And then I have 15 times x, so that's 15x. If nothing else, you could look at this 15 times x and find things that say 15x. So it's between those two. This does not say negative 15, so that cancels out D. So it has to be B.